Hello, grade 11s. Going on to the second part of sinking funds, working from slides 38 to 45 from the finance PowerPoint. Okay, going on to example 2. So it says a construction company buys a new crane for 6.4 million rand. Question A. Determine the book value of the crane after 6 years at 14% per annum on a reducing balance basis. So we're going to be using this formula here, just like your compound, except because it's reducing, it's a minus. Now, our principal amount is going to be 6.4 million. Now, guys, instead of saying 6.4, I would rather you write out the full amount. So that's going to be 6,400,000. Okay, 1 minus. They told us that the interest rate is 14%, so it's 14 divided by 100. Just to convert it into a decimal. And our n is going to be 6. Okay. If you punch that on the calculator, you will get a value of 2,589,230 rand and 31 cents. All right, question B. Estimate the cost of replacing the crane after 6 years, assuming the price will escalate at 10% per annum. So this is what I was saying in the first video. You've got inflation, okay? Prices increase every year. So inflation is going to be your compound interest, 1 plus I to the n. So our principal amount was the original amount of the crane, which is 6.4 million. So that's 6,400,000. 1 plus, and our interest rate is 10%, so that's 10 divided by 100, and you get 0.1. And it is 6 years, so our n is 6. You punch that on your calculator, and you will get a value of 11,337,990 and 40 cents. Okay. Question C. How much additional money will be required to buy the new crane if the old one is sold at its book value? So we're going to take the new price in 6 years minus the price that we can sell it at in 6 years. All right. So the additional amount will be equal to this 11,337,990 40 cents minus 2,589,230 and 31 cents. Okay, punch that out in the calculator and you should get 8,748,760 and 9 cents. Okay, so that's how much additional money you must put into buying the new one. Then question D. Question D is saying the company sets up a sinking fund to cover the additional money required. 4 equal annual payments are made starting 2 years after the first crane was bought. Calculate the value of the annual installment if the fund earns 9.7% per annum compounded monthly. So this whole thing is going on for 6 years. So what I'm going to do is just draw up a timeline with 6 little markers. Okay, so here's our markers. Okay, so let's put in T1 or T0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There's our 6 years. Okay. Now it says here that this sinking fund is started 2 years after the crane was bought. So if the crane was bought here, 1, 2. this is where you're going to start your sinking fund. And we don't know how much we're going to put in. That's what they're asking. How much must we put into the sinking fund? So that's going to be X, 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 and X. Now I'm going to stop here because we are going to get the new crane over here at the end of the 6 years. Okay? And we know right at the end here that we need this amount over here. Okay, so these deposits plus their interest must equal that amount at the end of this time period. Okay, we also know that throughout this entire time period, we're getting an interest. And that interest is, they told us, 9.7% per annum, and it's compounded monthly. Okay. So let's set this up. We know we're going to be using this formula. A is equal to P, 1 plus I to the power of N. Now, if I work with this first one over here, so this is going to be X, 1 plus. Now that's going to be our interest, if we convert it into a decimal, is 9.7 divided by 100, and we get 0.097. Now we need to divide it by the compound periods, which is monthly, so that is 12. Now this is going on for 1, 2, 3, 4 time periods to the end there. Okay, so we're starting here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4 times 12 for the compound period. Then let's move on to the next X plus X. Interest rate is still the same, 1 plus 0.097 over 12. Now this is going for 1, 2, 3 time periods, multiplied by 12 for your compound period. Then plus, let's go into this one here, X. Our interest rate is still the same, 1 plus 0.097 over 12. And this is going for 1, 2 time periods. So that's 2 times 12. Plus, now let's do this one, X, 1 plus, interest rate is still the same, 0.097 all over 12. And this is going for 1 time period, 1 times 12 for your compound period. And this whole thing here needs to be equal to this amount over here. So this needs to be equal to 8,748,760 and 9 cents. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, grade 11s, is I'm just going to miss a few things. So we get here 8,748,760 and 9 cents equals. Now, what I want you to notice here is we've got 4 terms, 1, 2, 3, 4. With those 4 terms, I've got this X that is common. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that out as a common factor. And what are we left with inside here? We're left with this bracket to the power of, now 4 times 12 is 48. And inside here, we've got this 1 plus 0.097 over 12. Go on to the next one, plus 1 plus 0.097 over 12. 3 times 12 is 36, plus the next one, 1 plus 0.097 over 12 to the power of 24. And then the last one I'm just going to put over here, 1 plus 0.097 over 12. And then 1 times 12 is just 12. Okay, now here's where I'm going to miss a few steps. What I'm going to do, grade 11s, is I'm going to work this out on my calculator, what's in these square brackets. I'm going to get an answer. Then I'm going to say this divided by that answer, and that will give me X. Okay, so let's go for it. So we've got 1 plus 0.097 over 12 to the power of 48 plus 1 plus 0.097 over 12 to the power of 36 plus 1 plus 0.097 over 12 to the power of 24 plus, and the last one, 1 plus 0.097 over 12 to the power of 12. Okay, we get our answer. Now I'm going to say this amount divided by that to get my x on its own. So 8748,760.09 divided by ounce, and we get 1,707,903 rand and 74 cents. Remember to round it up because it's money. All right, so that's what you need to pay in to make up that sinking fund. All right, grade 11s, what I would like you to do for homework is exercise 12.8, number 3 for me, please. Thank you.